so much for coming. Ooh, the show's about to start soon. Before it does, I have to address a couple of things with you. One, go get some popcorn. It's gonna be a good show. Two, they're about 5 minutes before the show actually starts. So if you know a couple people who haven't bought their ticket yet, go ahead and hit them up on social media. Three, you should probably silence your phones. Actually, no, don't silence your phones. I can't hear them no way. It's cool. Oh, this is what I did want to say. Very important. If you go get your popcorn, make sure you get some goobers, because this is lit. Together, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so I'm going to talk to y'all later. About to enjoy the show. Bye. I hear she's good. Whoop. Drop one. Entrepreneur rhymes. How do you spend your time? Well, I spend mine mostly deciphering encrypted message from the mouth of a toddler. Taking nap, kids, I'ma go chill with your father. Boot up, watching shows, but why we even bother? Baby crying, kids is lying, we could try again tomorrow. But what if it never comes or we're isolated? Although shoulda, woulda, coulda, bet you wish you never waited just to stop and smell the roses or go for a walk. Call your grams on the phone for some menial talk. It's a menial thought till it's not your choice. Don't let a voicemail be the last time you hear a voice. It's a crazy time, and it's a painful thing to see so many of my people suffering. It's a horrible loss that many of us have. Instead of giving in to fear, I grab my pen and my pad, put my heart on paper, trying to make you laugh. I could have waited, but I didn't, and for that I'm glad. I started crafting up some jokes to bring some hope to some folks. Got some feedback, watched the playback, took some notes in the lab, writing fast. I record every week. That was whack, try again. I don't care if I sleep, I'ma get this thing right. God is strong when I'm weak. This is not about me, when some of y'all don't peep. It's the fact that I inspire. I'm a leader, not a sheep. Cause if the rocks can cry out, what's my reason not to speak? People dying just for living, hundreds hungry in the street. Knock my hustle if you want, but my baby's gonna eat. I never thought I'd own a business, it became reality. Building family and legacy, Fun Friday comedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the host of Fun Friday Comedy, Jori O'Neale.
Hey, how you doing? All right. Listen, super excited to be with you guys this evening, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're watching this. Super excited to be together. This is the best of Fun Friday Comedy Season 1! Listen, folks, I'm super excited to share with you tonight all the jokes, the highlights, the funny clips that we have from Season 1. If you're a longtime fan, if you're just joining the Fun Friday train, you're in for a cool treat. I'm going to jump in every now and again and kind of bring a couple of jokes down. Some of them might have gone over your head, but for the most part, they're all good to laugh at. All right, so without further ado, here is the very best of Fun Friday Comedy! But, we finally have a place to put all our kids, right? Like, closets and drawers are not made for babies. But they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to. Let me say that. They're not supposed to be. My mama told me something, maybe like a couple years ago. She told me that I slept in a drawer No, I'm for real. Like my mama put me, Jori, baby Jori, in a drawer to sleep. And when she told me that, I was like, yo, you're crazy. Like you got this. Who puts babies in drawers? Like who does that? You know, and so right. How did it come up? Right. I know you're wondering that. How did it come up? Why would she tell you that? Well, because she's my mama, and that's what she does sometimes. She just tells me things like as a matter of factly. So I was pregnant with my first kid. Yes, I'm always pregnant. Not now. It's Corona family. Nope. Not pregnant. Just should have picked a different shirt. But I was pregnant with my first kid, and excited. I'm buying all these unnecessary things, and so I pick out a crib, and I'm like, ooh, it's a convertible crib. It turns into a toddler bed at some point, eventually, one day, maybe. I hope. And so I was like, I'm not paying for that. That's a lot of money. So I asked my dad, because I like my dad a lot, and my dad likes me, and that's life. So I asked my dad, and he was like, yeah, tell me what it is, send it to me, and then I'll buy it. So I tell my mom, and she's like, what you need that for? Like, because I'm having a baby, and babies sleep in cribs. She's like, you didn't sleep in no crib. I was like, oh, yeah, like, I probably slept with you or something, right? She's like, no. You don't sound so disgusted. Like, I couldn't have been that bad. I was like, so if I didn't have a crib, where'd I sleep? She's like, in the drawer. What'd you say now, lady? What? Is that like a country term for like a bassinet? What you mean I slept in a drawer? You slept in a drawer. It is a regular term for a regular drawer. You slept in a drawer. And I'm like, what in the... Why would you put me in a drawer? Why'd you just put me in the bed with you? 'Cause that's my bed. And that was your drawer. You got yours, I got mine. Oh, man. Listen, Top Drawer Baby was the very first time that we recorded Fun Friday Comedy. And every time that I watch it, I get goosebumps. Just the growth from then to now, super excited just to share it with you. Those who've seen at the beginning, I hope that you can see the growth, not just comedically and artistically, but, my girth has gotten a little wider. It's because I'm getting those good eats, all these COVID meals I've been intaking. So this next set of jokes, I'm super encouraged that my mom didn't disown me yet. The whole first season is basically your mama jokes, all right? I don't know if you've caught that yet, but I make fun of my mother the entire first season. She's such a great sport. This next one, REZTLES, well, I'll let you check it out for yourself. Enjoy. I got a chance after the show to speak to my moms. She was watching. She was not very happy that I gave away the family secrets of putting babies in drawers. Yes, she scolded me after that one. So we're talking, and she's telling me that I shouldn't be going out there and telling people that she put babies in drawers because it makes her sound crazy, like you are. So that's fine. And I'm holding a can, and so she looks at the can and she's like, yes, I just don't... Wait a minute. What is that in your hand? I said, it's a can. I know it's a can. What's in the can? What? REZTLES. REZTLES? What are you drinking? Beer? Nope. It's water. There's no water called REZTLES. I'm not stupid. I said, it's definitely water. And I think you're reading the word seltzer backwards, Ma. It's turned around in the camera. Listen, you better not be putting that in your comedy jokes. That's all I know. She's not. She got a degree. She's an avid reader too. Like, she reads for fun. Yeah, she's one of those. What I mean is, so I would go to family functions, and they would say, all right, Jori, go over there. So I'll go over there. They say, sit down. So I'd sit down. Why are you sitting on the couch? Don't sit on the couch. Sit over there. So I'll go sit over there. So I sit over there, and they say, why are you slouching? Sit up. Do you hear me talking to you? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Why are you staring at me? Stop staring at me. Did you see Uncle come in the room? Go and say hi to your uncle. He ain't been here in a long time. I go over. Hey, Uncle, you don't know that man like that. Why you tell him all your business? So I take my kids to the library as often as my sanity will allow. I have 4 kids. I don't know if everyone is aware of that. Their ages are 1, 2, 4, 6. I'm saying this correctly. I'm not counting in some foreign language. Those are the ages of my children. 1, 2, 4, and 6. Yes, there were many years of boredom in my household, and here we are today. I don't think libraries should be for children. Who thought it was a good idea to put computers and toys in a room and then tell the children to be quiet? Have you met a child? Like, seriously, have you? Quiet, toys, electronics, quiet, they don't exist. They don't exist. I hear my son. He has killed the imaginary passengers in his train car. Someone call the ambulance! He's screaming at the top of his lungs, someone call the ambulance. I'm about to scream yell at him, and I see my daughter, who is playing nicely at the kitchen, no longer playing nicely at the kitchen. She's snatching this thing from this other girl, and she's like, I had it first! Give it back! It's mine! So, I'm trying to figure out who I should scream yell at. The daughter, the son, and just when I get up to figure it out, I see my 2-year-old on the other side of the library, picking up a toy. It was like slow motion. She picked it up. She looked at me. I looked at her. And then I see her going for the mouth. And I'm like, you better not put the toy in your mouth. And then she looks at me and goes, yummy. I lost it. I stood up and I yelled. I yelled in the library. I said, that's it! Everybody, get to the stroller, now! And what happened next? Listen, first of all, when a black woman yells at a library, that's just cause for just everything to shut down and stop. But the following thing, my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, she goes, Mommy, no pow pow, no pow pow. As loud as she can in the library. And at this point, if it wasn't already silent because the black crazy lady's yelling at her kids, now everybody's convinced that I beat my children. Which I do, but y'all don't need to know that. I do the only thing that a sane person would do. I go over to my 2-year-old and I say, pow pow? What are you talking about pow pow. I didn't even know what that's pow pow. She must be watching like Cops and Robbers or something. Did you get the pow pow from like Toy Story, right? Toy Story with Pow Pow and Woody, right? No pow pow. Here, take this toy. Here, put this in your mouth. This is great. Yes, go run along, play everybody. Go play. Yes, go play. Yes, no, stop looking at me, white people. Stop looking. Nope, nothing to see here. Carry on, folks. Carry on. Yes. No. Yes. So, needless to say, we stayed at the library another 2 hours. And when we got home, everybody got a pow pow. The girl, she got an air cast on. Why y'all laughing? That's not funny. It hurts. So I'll tell you why I'm going to pick up my check. And the air cast has everything to do with why I'm going to pick up my check. So I'm at work. I'm a teacher at a high school. I teach phys ed. Some of you may know that. Some of you maybe not. So I teach phys ed. And I'm at work. This is, I say, the Tuesday before all the schools closed. I'm at work. And I'm in the gym, because that's where I work, in the gym. And I'm on the basketball court. Now, I can't tell you why I'm on the basketball court, for reasons that we ain't going to talk about. But I'm on the basketball court, nonetheless. I'm on the basketball court. That's a lot of laughter. And so I'm on the court, and there's a ball, and a certain type of ball, maybe soccer, maybe a basketball. I can't really say at this time until the investigation is over. So I'm on the court, and there's a loose ball. Let's just call it a loose ball. Let's just call it a ball. And I'm going for the loose ball. Now, I used to play basketball when I was young. I still do play basketball now, just not, during school hours at work with other children. That's not something I do, because it would be highly irresponsible. So I don't know why all this laughter is happening. So I'm on the court, and there's a loose ball. We still don't know what kind of ball this is. So I'm going after the loose ball. And as I travel toward this loose ball, I see a freight train coming toward me. Not a physical freight train, because again, I'm inside of a gym, so there's no freight trains in the gym. But there's like this 6-year senior, Andre Giant looking dude, like he like 300 pounds plus, like at least 6'4". Like, this is a big dude. Full grown man beard. Like, I'm like, you look older than me, bro. Like, why are you still in the school? And so he's coming toward me at a very rapid pace. And so I see him in my peripherals, right? So on the sides of the head, my peripherals, I can see him, right? And I'm traveling in this direction for the loose ball, and then he's coming in this direction towards me. And so I'm like, oh, I could jump over him. Now, I'm going to be very open and honest right now, folks. I have this reoccurring daydream where I'm like, no, this is real talk. Or I'm crossing the street, and as I cross the street, all of a sudden, this car comes out of nowhere, right? Almost blindsides me. I'm gonna give you a little taste. All right, so the car is coming, and I'm minding my business, crossing the street. And so as the car comes, I jump up. Not your average jump, right? Not a normal average human jump. I jump up, and I commence to do this like I'm crossing over a high jump bar. So my feet come up. And as my feet come up, my bottom, it passes over the hood of the car. It smashes the windshield. So I'm going, and then I do a backflip, right? So I do a backflip, and then somehow I end up and I land, boom, on my feet, just in enough time to pull out my camera from my phone and take a picture of the license plate, right? So I have this is a recurring daydream that I have. And I have it like every other time I cross the street, which is why I drive so much. And so during this this daydream, I have these unhuman-like abilities. And so I don't know what possessed me. Maybe it was my vivid imagination that I acquired from all my expeditions in the library during my youth. And that's funny if you caught the last show. You could catch it on sale. So I commenced to jump. And it was nowhere near like what happens in my brain. It was like more of like a geriatric hop. Right? So I jump, and I'm my attempt is to pull my legs in toward my stomach. That don't happen. And so when I land on Andre the Giant's foot. I hit 2 pops. Pop, pop. My ankle goes to the left, and as my ankle goes, the rest of my body follows. I'm not a doctor, nor am I a scientist, but I do understand inertia, right? So an object in motion will continue in motion unless it is stopped by an outside force of equal, right, proportion. Like this, listen, I read a lot of books, guys. I'm smart but chubby. Remember, smart but chubby. So my ankle goes pop, pop as I come down on Andre the Giant's foot. Now, as I come down on Andre the Giant's foot, I have stopped Andre the Giant's motion. So now his inertia done hit my inertia, and Andre the Giant is falling like a tree on top of me. So my life literally flashed before my eyes. and all I could think of was, did I wear clean drawers today? And I wasn't sure. So in the hope of not being embarrassed and embarrassing my mama, hindsight, I did have on clean. It was good. It was okay later. I pushed Andre the Giant as much as I could, right? In my mind, I was pushing him away from me, and I was going to be good. But in reality, he kind of just like rolled off of my elbows and fell on top of my leg. Yes. So my ankle pop, and now Andre the Giant is laying on top of my leg. So I did what any teacher would do in my situation. I pushed the boy off my leg, man. Like, yo, you 300 pounds plus, you ain't supposed to be on my leg. So get off of me, don't touch me. Right, so I pushed the boy off my leg, and he's like, Miss, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. You just fell on my foot. No, I'm not okay. So my coworkers, everyone's trying to calm me down, blah, blah, blah. So we don't need to get into that anymore. Again, until the investigation is over, let's just say I was walking, minding my business, and then all of a sudden somebody ran into me. Okay, so just if anyone asked you, just that's the story. I'm sticking to it. Oh, hi. I'm just waiting for the next show to start. Spending time watching my children outside, cooking up a mean dish of comedy. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, Eventbrite's waiting for you. You might even get one of these. Complimentary of South Nassau Developmental Sports. Woo! Sure smells funny. See you soon. Yittity! Yittity! Whose baby is that? So I have the privilege of every other week, right, kind of like a shared custody with my husband, me and his job. Every other week, I get to have my husband. And so, one week, he's watching the kids, right? I'm on a Zoom call, and I hear this scrubbing noise. And so, initially, I'm like, oh, snap. This dude is cleaning. All right, let's go. Yes, like Husband of the Year award. And then I hear him say, ooh, I like that sound. What you mean you like that? Ain't you making that sound? How you like something you making? What? And so Now, so I was supposed to be on the Zoom call, but now I'm like, whoa, what's happening? Who's cleaning? Because my kids is good, but they're not the clean just for the fun of it type of children. They're not. And so the ones who are, he's supposed to be watching are the younger ones. So my 1-year-old, my 2-year-old, and my 4-year-old, and they don't clean. Like, no, they don't. One is literally called the mess maker, so that there's no cleaning happening. So I'm half listening to the Zoom call, and now I'm trying to figure out, all right, what's happening? What is that sound? Where is it coming from? And who's going to make it stop? So my husband, he goes, Love, who gave them water? I was like, water? What? What's wet? Like, now I'm alarmed, right? And so that takes us to our game show, because in a world of monotony, wet stuff on the floor that my kids are scrubbing seems more interesting and the highlight of my day compared to all the sameness that I experienced. So now let's just turn it into a game show. So, folks, thanks so much for joining. Welcome to Name That Liquid. Yes, I am your host, Just Jori. Today's contestants. First up, we have a essential worker, an undercover DJ who abandons his wife and kids at home to go and secure empty courtroom. Shy Guy 40. Yeah. All right. And our second contestant, she's a little chubby. She's a little smart. She's just little, folks. And she believes she will be the next Tiffany Haddish, but looks more like Whoopi Goldberg. Let's give it up for... It's me, it's just Jori. I'm the contestant, yay! Okay, I get to play a game. This is wonderful, the highlight of my week. So, first question. Ron, you're our first contestant. Name that liquid. Is it A, Nathaniel's milk, B, Rachel's pee, C, Jordan's spit? Ron, name that liquid. I'm gonna go with Nathaniel's milk. I'm gonna go with Nathaniel's milk just because I don't want to clean the other two. So Nathaniel's milk. Nathaniel's milk. Final answer. All right. Just Jori. Oh, that's me. Same question. Ooh, let's see. Rachel does like to take off that pull-up randomly. Nathaniel, though, he likes his milk. I'm going to go with C. Jordan spit. I've seen her do it before. Yeah, Jordan spit. I'm going to go with C. All right, judges. Let's find out. So now the judges of this game show are my children because they're the only ones who really know what they're wiping across my wooden floor. So we go over to the kids and like, hey, so I see you're cleaning there. We're cleaning. Oh, well, that's so sweet. What are you cleaning with? Oh, vomit. Okay. So you're cleaning up vomit. That's great. What are you using to clean the vomit up with? No, mommy, you're silly. We're not cleaning up the vomit. We're cleaning with the vomit. All right. So at this point, I have no other choices, right? I'm supposed to be at work. But clearly something's going on because my husband's supposed to be watching the kids. We played this game of tag, and so I had tagged him before I went on the Zoom call. So I'm like, bruh, you're the supervisor, supervise this. But some went through the cracks. So I do what any other caring mother would do for her babies. I leave them with their daddy, and I continue my Zoom call because I'm at work. Right? When he's at work, he don't leave the empty courtroom to come back and change a diaper. So there's that. I don't know if some of y'all are in the same situation as me. How many of y'all found yourself on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter a little too much right now? Anybody Round of applause if you find yourself on any of these social media platforms way too much. Yeah, right? Right? It's crazy. I think it's the devil, I tell you. It's the devil, man. You go on there, you check one person's account, right? See what they up to. Like, oh, I ain't heard from so-and-so in a minute. Next thing you know, 4 hours have passed. It's crazy, man. So, I did a bad thing the other day. My daughter was getting on my nerve, which she usually does. And so I told her that if she didn't go to sleep, then the quarantine man was going to come get her. This is the problem with having a mother with a very weird and bad sense of humor. So now she won't go to sleep unless I sit in the room with her, protecting her from quarantine man until she falls asleep. So that's my bad, right? Karma, right? So there's nothing to do in the room in the dark while a 4-year-old falls asleep. There's nothing to do. So I find myself, I try to be productive initially, right? I was taking some online courses, right? Anybody trying to get their education up during quarantine? Anybody out there trying to get their education up? Round of applause if you. Yes. So we learning new skills, right? Maybe trying to start a business like myself. And so I was doing online courses. I put my headphones in. I look at the little monitor. It's like video courses, some reading material. Trying to be productive while she falls asleep. Then, after the courses were done, I'm like, well, now what? So I started trying to get spiritual. Listen to some podcasts, right? Any Beamer fans out there? Beamer discipleship? Any fans out there? No? Y'all don't know what y'all missing. Maybe you forgot to push the button. It's all good. We'll find out later, folks. We'll find out later. And so now, I'm like, all right, how much Brent Billings can I take before he puts me to sleep? His voice is super soothing though. I ain't gonna front. And so I'm like, all right, let me check out Facebook. Just don't do it, folks. Just don't do it. If the sun is down, don't open up Facebook. It's a wormhole. You're gonna fall right in. You're not gonna come out for hours. You're gonna be 3 years older, 20 pounds heavier. Don't do it. But I don't listen to my own advice. I did it, and I kept doing it. I joined a whole bunch of clubs now. I'm part of so many groups. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I joined this one. What is this? Keto? What is it? Don't eat bread? What? No! Run! Blasphemy! I say. No, I did keto while I was pregnant. A friend of mine, she had gestational diabetes. It didn't look fun, so I was like, I don't want no part of that. I gotta count calories. Don't sound like my cup of tea. No. So I joined Women Helping Women entrepreneurial group. It seems pretty dope. There's a whole bunch of people in there. Some people that I knew. I was like, why you ain't invite me? I could use this. What's up with that? So if you're watching this and you're an entrepreneur and I didn't invite you, my bad. I just told you about it. So kind of vicariously, I did tell you about it. So there's that, right? But too much time on my hands. So my leg is a little better, right? So I got on pants today. I don't have on my shorts. My leg's a little better. So I decided to go outside in the backyard and play a little baseball with my son. So I'm a phys ed teacher. I gotta do something. It's boring. I'm packing on the pounds. My COVID fat is starting to harden. It's not good. So my son and I, we're in the backyard. We're playing baseball. Now there's technically 6 people in the family, but Ron's inside with the baby, and so it's me, the girls, and the little boy. So 4 of us is outside, and the girls, they're fighting over whose turn, which bat, blah, blah, blah. So the 4-year-old, she gets upset. She goes in the house. Now, my 2-year-old follows the 4-year-old everywhere she goes. So I'm like, well, if you're upset, you should go in the house. I'm only saying this really because I know that if she goes in the house, then the 2-year-old's going to go in the house. So it's like a plot to get rid of the 2-year-old. So I'm like, if you're upset, you should go in the house and really take a time out, think about it. And then the 2-year-old's like, yeah, I'm going to the house and think about it. I'm like, yes, go in the house, go in the house. So now it's me and my son. Now, I'm not the type of person that likes to play a game for fun. Games are fun. I don't play for fun. I play to win. Like, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your physical abilities is. Like, if you play a game with me, just be prepared to lose. This is what it is. So we're outside. I'm teaching them how to play baseball. And this is not. I don't know why God blessed this boy with a competitive mama. This is not good. Like, one of us should be calm, right? One of us, maybe. No. Okay, good. I got no affirmation over there, so I'm gonna keep talking to y'all. So I'm trying to teach this boy how to play baseball. We out in the backyard, and I done set up bases, right? So we got a whole bunch of sports equipment. Again, I teach Jim. My husband, he loves sports. He's like, you ain't gonna do it right, don't do it. So I set up bases, but I only put them like 7 feet apart, because I got a broke up foot. I ain't trying to re-injure myself. I like the little mobility I got in the house. We got a lot of stairs. So I'm like 7 feet. That's far enough for you to learn where you need to go when you need to get there. So we're playing. And first, he's up to bat. I throw the ball, swing and a miss. He's strike one. So I'm like, oh, this feels good. I ain't done this in a minute. So I throw the ball again, a little bit faster, right over the plate. Strike two. I'm like, oh yeah, Jori's back. Let's get it. So I initially started throwing underhand. Now I'm like, let me see. What kind of heat still got putting this off? So I cock back, throw it. It passes him. He swings so hard. I'm no lie. He swings so hard. He spun around and fell in the dirt. It's actually happened, guys. And I started laughing because what can you do? Like, come on, like, it was funny. You should have seen it. And he got upset. Lots of reasons to get upset. Your mother's trying to teach you, and clearly she's not a good teacher. Because, hey, you can say, oh, it's fine. Yes, if any of my students watching from previous years, not now, because that's illegal, Miss O'Neale super competitive. It just is what it is. So he's on the ground in the dirt, and he's like, you're not supposed to strike me out. So I'm assuming that the times that he's played with his father had some mercy or grace or whatever these things are called during the game. And so he kind of maybe let him hit the ball. I'm like, no. Yeah. See, you see that? You see, okay, one of us is a good parent. All right, folks? So before you call ACS, just know one of us is a good parent. The other one is me. Last week, I posted something on Facebook. Now, it wasn't crazy. Maybe it was a little crazy, but the fact that people thought it was for real, like, that was a little alarming for me. So I'm on Facebook, and I thought I was doing a good thing. Somebody posted, that they were, pretending to be a unicorn or something. And I put in the comments, like, why? And so then he private messaged me and was like, haha, gotcha. Now you have to put it on your wall, and you have to send this to anybody who comments or likes the post. That is, if you have a sense of humor. I was like, whoa, what? Is this a challenge? Oh, me like challenge. So I was like, I bet. So I posted it on my wall, and I'm thinking everybody's gonna see right through this, because it's Jori saying that I'm going to put on a tutu, put on a unicorn's horn, and prance around my house with glittery sparkles on my body. And for some reason, people thought I was for real. Like, I was like, how weird do you think I am? So I got a lot of interesting comments. I think the funniest one, my cousin was like, oh, is that what you do during your spare time? Well, I just pray and I write poetry. What? I don't do that during my spare time. Somebody said that they were like, oh, you do anything to entertain those kids. Actually, I don't. I actually don't. Yeah, so that was interesting. But listen, if I or any other sane human being posts anything similar to that, you need to check the 5 W's. First off, why in the world would I do that? Seriously, why? There's 5 W's. It's a whole bunch of W's. The who, what, why, when, how. Where does this take place? Because, I mean, I'm not cleaning that up. That's a lot of glittery, sparkly stuff. Glitter and sparkles don't come out too easy, right? So where am I doing this? When am I doing? What time of the day can this take place? Between me being awakened at 6 a.m. by a child asking for milk, or at 11 o'clock at night when I'm recording this lovely skit just for you all. I mean, when is this supposed to be happening? And how in the world did I get a unicorn horn? Like, I kind of, when I was like, I want to know, how do you get that without PETA, like, catching on and, like, coming and, like, arresting you or something? Like, you can't be cutting off forms of endangered species. I think that's illegal. You said unicorn's not real? Oh. Learn something new every day, folks. All right, well, recently, I thought I was a grown-up, right? And I invested in the stock market. Anybody trying investments out there? Yes. Got some brave souls in the house. All right. Yes. I invested in the stock market. And don't ask me which stock, because I was told that I'm not supposed to tell people. Yeah, I don't know. But I was like, oh, it must be like the draws rule. You know? You know the draws rule. I'm sorry. For those of you not from the Midwest, draws is what people call underwear or panties. All right, that's draws. The draws rule is, I'm not telling you what kind. I'm not telling you how much. Just know that I got some, all right? That's all you need to know. So I thought that's how stock was. You just supposed to, I have stock. And then people ask you, what you invest in? And then you're like, draws rule. Can't tell you. No. I was looking at Microsoft, and Microsoft's doing pretty good. I didn't invest in it. Again, draws rule. I can't tell you. But I was looking at Microsoft. It was pretty good. So I was like, hey, I should buy a Microsoft computer, right? That and because, I think Bill and Melinda Gates are trying to, like, push chips in people's arms so they can, like, monitor you. Listen, I bought a Microsoft computer because I want you to spy on me the old-fashioned way. Just tap my video camera and my microphone in my house. Just listen and look at me when I'm not paying attention. Don't be putting chips in my arms. I don't like that. The only type of chips I like is tortilla chips. They're delicious, especially the ones with the lime. Baby, can we get some endorsements from Frito-Lays? We're together again. What's up, Marys? How we doing? How we doing, Marys? How we doing out there? Yes, I love that. So just wanted to thank you guys for allowing me to encourage you with my comedy jokes. It's been a while since we've been together. Missing you very much. But you guys, Queens is where it all started for us. And so it's only right that we pay it forward and find a way to encourage all of you who've encouraged us so much over the years. Oh, yeah! Yeah, so you should give yourselves a round of applause for being so amazing. Yes. Sincerely, yes. It's almost 9 years for Ron and I. Gonna be married for 9 years. Oh, yeah! Yes. See, he's still excited. That's good. And I know time flies. Except right about now with this whole Corona situation. Time's not flying. The hands of time seem to be going backwards. Yes. So I know when some of y'all first got married, you were super excited, right? Just like Ron is. Keeps pushing that oh yeah button. Oh yeah. See, they're super excited, right? And you were probably singing the praises to the Lord for your boo-boo. Yes. Probably singing all the good Tony Braxton songs. Yes. How many ways I love you. Yes. And women, we were singing, I love me some him. I never loved this way again. And right about now, all those songs have fallen out your phone. And you are now singing 7 whole days. Not a word from you. I don't want want to hear it. 7 whole nights. And I'm just about through. For real, because if you say one more word, I'm much about the window. I can't take it, won't take it, can't take it no more. I had about enough of you. Right? And then you start getting into them rants and raves. It's like, why are you eating with your mouth open all the time? Like, what? Oh, you raised on a farm? Like, why are you eating like that? Right? All those cute things that you ignored before, now they're super magnified, right? Says, I don't understand. What happened to you used to wiping the seat off and putting the lid down? Like, you done, Corona done made all your home training, like, just disappear? Like, what's going on? For real? Yeah, exactly. Like, what is it doing to the brain? I don't understand. Man, and now, right, a lot of people, they're eating like 4 times as much as they used to, right? So like, he used to take maybe a lunch to work, maybe some leftovers, and then he would come back and the leftovers would still be there. And you were like, man, this dude don't like my cooking, what's good? And now he's eating first, second, the bell's eating fifths. I mean, he's eating fifths. You're like, what happened? Listen, you didn't have any underlying conditions before Corona. And when Corona's done, you bet not have none after. Right? But that's probably just me, right? That's only me. Okay, that's cool. I'm alone with that one. I'll take that. But marriage is fun. Marriage is fun. It's been super excited. We've had 4 kids since we've been married. I know people keep thinking they see me with the same kid over and over again, and like the cycle never grows. But it's actually 4 different children. It's actually 4 different ones. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happens. And you know the crazy thing right now is that ironically, a lot of us were praying for more time with our spouse. We're praying for God to give us more time with our boo. We're complaining that we have become like strangers, ships passing in the night. Lord, if you just give us a little more time together, we'd be more unified, we'd be more in sync, we'd be on the same page. Ooh, we'd be so in love. Right? So God answered your prayers. Now you got all the time. And now you want to take it back like, Lord, I see you's a humorous God. I meant more like a day spa or a weekend getaway. This everlasting staycation, it got to go, God. It got to go. In Jesus' name. You know, but honestly, for me right now, it's like the little things that are annoying. I particularly mean like the little people in my house. In addition to my husband's little questions about where stuff at. I'm like, bruh, like we've been in the same jail for the last 2 months. Like, whatever you're looking for, did not grow legs and walk away. It's somewhere. Just go ahead and look for it, right? But I'm super encouraged that Queens is still doing devos and trying to stay unified. And yes, listen, it's hard out there. Not no joke. It's hard out there. But you guys are doing it. You're doing the hard work. And you know, some of y'all right now are experiencing a little something different, right? I got small kids. Some of y'all were empty nesters. And now the flock has returned to the nest. The kids you were like, I shipped you off to college for a reason. And they done came back. And now they just didn't come back. Now they eating all your food. Using up all your Wi-Fi. Yes, your Zoom calls are getting frozen now. Because the kids are either playing video doodads or downloading or uploading or some loading of some video. You can't have a conference call in your house no more. So now you done pimped out your garage. Your garage is the only place where you can hear yourself think. And some of y'all ladies, y'all done start growing gardens. Yes. Let me tell you a secret, brothers. Come close. Let me tell you a secret. She ain't gardening. She just trying to find a quiet space to get away from you. Yes. Trust me, in 2 months from now, you're going to have that same patch of wet dirt in the back of your house. Hey, baby, what all them peppers you said you was growing? Oh, I forgot to tell you. They didn't make it. Nah, bruh, she forgot to tell you. She ain't ever plant none. Can't laugh too hard. I started a garden last week. But for real, like, the Bible is super clear and super specific in terms of marriage, which is why I love it, right? And it asks us to submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Not because it's easy, not because it's simple, although doing so would make things a lot easier and simpler. But if having a hard time getting along with your boo is what's going on right now, I think you should do what me and Ron did. No, it's not making another baby. We are not pregnant. This is COVID fat. This is COVID fat. Oh, come on, baby. You should take this time and take that dream that God planted in your heart and go ahead and do something with it. All right? That one day when things get... don't keep putting off tomorrow, because if God blesses you with tomorrow, go ahead and make the best of it today.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but on a serious note, God has blessed you, right, with someone to love and someone that he specifically sent to love you back, right? So if maybe taking up a hobby together, right? So she said she going to grow that garden. Bro, going out there with her. Because two things will happen. One, you'll actually have more food for that increased appetite you done got. And two, she can stop repeating to her discipling partner that she be lying to you every week. It's a win-win for everybody, folks. But I super am grateful for this opportunity just to share with you. Regardless of how bent out of shape you guys are with each other right now, let's be clear. You're married. And God is in love with you, so much so that he gave you a person that's going to help you get to heaven, right? And so there are tons of folks out there who right now they're suffering because they're alone, right? They're missing human interaction. They're missing just a high five, a handshake, a side hug, right? But you still got that. So be good to each other. Please be good to each other, queens. And remember, God's church, especially right now, ain't no such thing as divorce. Mainly because the courts are closed. Love you guys. You stay classy, queens. I'm Jori. See you soon. And that's it, folks. Best Stuff on Friday Comedy Season 1 has concluded. Give yourselves a round of applause. So excited, so encouraged for this next season coming up. We are currently on a set again of Fun Friday Comedy Season 3. If you missed us, if you've been away for a minute, we're still grinding. We're still pumping out comedy. Check us out on the Empower Network. Check us out on YouTube, IYH Network. Go to our website, IYHentertainment.com. There will be clips at the end of just me goofing around here, trying to get things right. Folks, again, doesn't have to be Friday for it to be funny. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Go love up on somebody. Until next time. Peace. That's it. Thank you guys so much for it's just share it with a friend. Share it with listen, guys. It's late, alright? I've had a long day. Alright? I've had a long day. Just trying to record and encourage you all. But it's not working. It's just not working. I'm channeling my inner Martin. Alright? I'm channeling my inner Martin. Alright. Take 1,075. That's it, folks. We did it! Fun Friday Comedy Season 1 Best of Video has landed! Should I have said that at the beginning or the end?